And finally, my favorite time in the season to make another tier list for you guys. Now, this tier list include all the nerf and buff and obviously my personal opinion, but let me give you a little explanation. We don't have a single gun in this game that could get killed with it, even in the D tier. But the reason some guns are in the higher tier, like in the S and A, it's because they are more reliable in fight, easier to use, and obviously better. So if your favorite gun is in the low tier, I'm sorry, but it means we have better options. For the only weapon in the D tier, we have the P2020 and Mozambique. Now, they are may not be the best gun you can find on the ground. Of course, they are in the D tier, but you still can get some kill with them. Indeed, I can even say the P2020 and Mozambique are not bad options for the beginning of the match. Of course, if you find a better weapon, you should pick that one instead, or if you think punching is better, you can melee your enemies, but the things may change a little in arena, because hammer point can be very handy sometimes, and the P2020 Mozambique are very cheap to upgrade. The first weapon in the C tier, we have the RE45. Now, RE45 is just a weaker version than R99. However, you can boost this weapon a little with the hammer point. Of course, if you saw a better weapon in Battle Royale, you probably should pick that one like a SMG. But some people like to buy this weapon in the first round of Arena so they can save a lot of points for the next round. However, I can also say that RE45 recoil is pretty easier than other SMGs like CAR. So if you want to learn the spraying with the fast weapons, you may practice with this gun first and then pick up SMG like R99 and CAR. Now I really feel bad by putting the Sentinel in this tier because it's my favorite snipe on the ground. However, it's not just my opinion. Sentinel is very difficult, and even if you have a good aim, like the Timmy and Faide, you are still going to miss a lot of shot and lose so many fight in mid to close range. But as I said, it's a very fun weapon to use, and if you charge it up, you can boost the damage a little on up to 88. And if you learn how to use it, I promise it's going to pay off. But after they putting out of the longbow from the replicator, I think we still have so many better options than Sentinel. So for now, I'm putting it in the C tier. Now I'm not sure I can call the charge rifle snipe cause it's a laser. Zero bullet drop and almost zero traveling time make this weapon very easy to use and very different from the other snipe. But in other hand, you only have 4 bullets in the mag and really long reload. And also it used 2 ammunition per shot. However, some people say if you have a backpack full of ammunition and a good start, you may get the 4k damage in a match. In the next, we have the bow check. Now, when they add the bow check in the game, I really love this idea that you don't have to reload this weapon. However, if you want to be reasonable, the bow check ammunition is very rare, and the combo you can make with this weapon, well, you can pick a shotgun or a snipe, and also the AR not be a good option too, because you already have a mid-range weapon. So you have to be a master in SMGs or have the best aim in the world with the bow check that you can play in the high ranks with this weapon. And we also have more good options on the ground. But if you want to look like a god hunter and pick a bow, it depends yourself. Is it right to put the longbow out of the replicator? I'm not sure, but I appreciate it, because the longbow is a snipe that I can trust. Good damage, big mag, and high fire rate make it this weapon a very good snipe for the mid to far range, and of course a very good options for beginner that trying to learn sniping, especially in rank, because the longbow can get you some easy kill and help you to rank up faster. This is how I feel about the triple take. It's a shotgun that I put a scope on it and I use it in mid range. Use energy ammo and extended energy mag, but it also use the sniper stock, and it's in the marksman group. It's pretty confusing for me, right? But it worked for me, and I think it worked for you guys too. Cause even as a shotgun, even if it look dumb, it does the job well. So why I shouldn't use it like that? And I'm suggesting you guys try thinking about the triple take this way too. It changed a lot for me. It may change it for you. I think we all agree that Hemlock Glory Time finished a long time ago. Today, this season, we have so many better options on the ground. Even if we don't count the Spitfire coming back on the ground, we still have the R301 and the Flatline. Is it the Hemlock a bad weapon? No, but do we have a better options? Of course we have. That's why I think the Hemlock is belong to here. Shotguns are very difficult to use in Apex, however, they're paying off very bad. We all know how satisfying it is to hit a 99 with the PK, but we also know how difficult is that. That's why I think the EVA 8 is it on the Apex, because this shotgun is very easy to use and of course very reliable for the beginners, because the big mag and good fire rate make this weapon a lot easier than other shotguns. Of course, the damage is very lower than the PK and Mastiff, but this weapon is a very good choice for you if you are practicing to be a good shotgun player. And here she's, the queen. It doesn't matter how many people telling me that R99 is not as good it was before, I can accept that because this gun is just so good for me. The R99 is just so fast and so satisfying to spray your enemies. However, I am reasonable and I'm telling you that this gun is very difficult and you need a lot of skill to use. Because if you start missing your shot, you're probably going to empty the whole mag and you didn't even hit one shot. And we have so many better SMGs on the ground that they are more reliable and more easy to use. But I'm telling you, if you learn how to use the R99 and controls are cool, you can enjoy spraying your enemies all the time, as I do. The Prowler is not like any other SMGs on the ground cause it's a burst mode and it shoots 5 bullets per your click. It is fast, obviously it's SMG, but not like other SMGs. It's not the auto weapon. And if you want to learn how to use it, you probably should think it's a single shot weapon like a V-Man or EVA 8. That's worked for me and I want to say it really pay off in close range fight because if you hit the burst, it's 75 just in the body. So I'm really suggesting you go to fire range and try this weapon. Um, Believing me, it's going to pay off. As you probably guessed, I really love the SMGs because this type of weapon are very good in Apex. But you probably, if you are new in this game, you having the trouble I had before. You can't spray with these fast weapons. That's why the alternator is here for you. This weapon is slower than R99 and CAR, but is still a very good weapon in fight. You can learn spraying in a slower fire rate and you're still managing to win the fight. Some people think that the 3030 is a better version than Wingman. However, I think the 3030 is more like a better version of Bocek. Because the hip fire is better, you can instant shoot and charge your bullets, and it's kind of more accurate. However, if you want to say it's better than Wingman and use it like that, it's probably not going to work. But as a marksman and as a version that is closely to Bocek, I think the 3030 is doing very well in mid range, and I kind of like to use it with a shotgun But I really suggested to pick it up with SMG or a assault rifle. That'd be a real reliable combo in the fight that even most people using it in rank. Can a weapon be scary and not reliable at the same time? Well, let me introduce you to the devotion. This gun had so many nerf and buff throughout the season from one to here, but it's still a scary gun that it was before. Nobody liked to be in the range of fire a charged devotion. So why people not using it? Because as I said, this weapon can be very deadly but still not trustable at the same time. People buying it in arena when they're losing match, but they're not playing it in battle royale and rank cause it's not trustable. That is small charge time and you need a lot of ammo to feed this monster. That's why the people not using it that much in the battle royale, but they're still using it in arena and it's very scary as it was before. Back in season 11, Alistar been very OP. But this season, even after some nerf, I think this weapon is still very good gun on the ground, so you probably should still using it if you have a good amount of ammunition. And I really like this system that you can escape your real time if you stop shoot for some seconds and eventually golden mag and it's even better. You can almost escape every reload in any fight if you learn how to use it. And the bullets are bigger, its weapon is very fast and as like all the LMGs, I think this weapon is a very good and even broken if the ammunition wasn't rare. If the R99 is a queen, well, the king spot is belong to the wingman. Cause this little guy here is everybody favorite pistol. If you learn how to use it, well, it's going to be your absolutely new best friend. This gun is just incredibly good. 45 body damage with 6 bullets in the mag that increasable to 9 and 11. I'm just telling you, give this the wingman the skill you have and the time you put on practice, and this gun put all of your enemies in their knees. Mid range, close range, far range, it doesn't matter. Wingman does it all. So if you want to put your time on a gun, I'm suggesting to start right now with the wingman because it's my favorite gun, it's a streamer's favorite gun, and it's absolutely a monster. I think there was going to be in the care package one time, and they tried to do it this season too, but they failed, and it's still on the ground. So you probably should start using it right now. And the PK, it's my favorite shotgun in the game, and probably the hardest one to use too. And about the massive players, sorry guys, this season the massive is on care package, so you should probably learn how to use PK. And for the PK dudes like me, we should probably show the massive player how good it is to have a PK in your side. And for those who are not using the PK because it's hard, you should probably go and try it right now. And trust me, if you practice 20 minutes every day for a month, you're probably going to be a monster in close range. And you probably understand how satisfying it is to use Mastiff and PK in the close range. However, this season, as I said, it's for the PK. For those who love the Havoc and you think it's got nerf and it's not like the season 12, let me tell you, it's just about the starting recoil. If you learn that, it's like what it was before. Same power, same hit fire and same damage. You just have to learn the starting recoil that is very easy in my opinion and it's not even a nerf. And after that, it's the same power and good as it was in mid range, very good, very powerful, and in the close range, I keep saying it's very good because it is, guys, go try it. Havoc is just very, very satisfying. The hip fire, when it comes to enemy, it destroyed it in the second. Spraying with Havoc is very easy, easier than other guns in my opinion. However, the ammunition again is pretty rare, but it's not using that much ammo, guys. As I said, it's just the assault rifle, but you're probably going to pick every energy ammo you see on your way. Finally, guys, the Rampage got nerfed, but if you ask me, nothing changed about it. I really think this gun is broken, and it is still a broken weapon. I even made a video to show you guys how OP this gun is and how much it needs a nerf. But still, it was something that it was before. So bad, so broken. Because the recoil is very easy. The damage, it's almost one cell of your health bar. And that massive, guys. And let me tell you, this gun have a big mag. So you're probably going to die if you're in the open space and the rampage guy is shooting you. Yeah, we all know that moment, right? And charging it with thermite, I don't want to talk about it. So let me tell you, if you are bad in the game and you want some kill, we'll pick up the rampage. Car, the most broken SMG in the game right now, and I can't even say the most OP one, but I'm not pretty sure about that because the Spitfire is coming back on the ground too. The car is very OP because it got higher damage than R99, faster fire rate, and easier recoil to control. And let me talk about the ammunition. You can use two kind of ammunition. Okay, but why the hell you can't keep the attachment? Why I'm using heavy ammo and I have extended light mag is pretty unfair, guys. And I think the car needs so many different nerfs to become balanced like other SMGs, but it is on the ground and you should probably use it because, as I said, it's the best SMG in the game. If you love the R301, like almost every player in this game, you're probably going to spread out in two groups by the R301 new changes. It depends yourself to not use the R301 until you find it from somebody's body, or go right to the replicator and craft it as soon as possible. But I personally think we're going to see more flatline this season than R301 because, as I said, from now on it's in the replicator for the season. And I think this is kind of wrong because R301 is the most popular gun in the Apex and maybe the best AR, as some people say. I don't know, but I still think this is a wrong thing to put the R301 in the replicator. And flatline players, congratulations, because the flatline is coming back on the ground and it's not in the replicator anymore. And for who don't use the flatline that much, well, you should try it this season because the R301 is in the replicator and flatline is on the ground. So finding a flatline is a lot easier than to craft the R301. But they are very similar together, just the flatline have a higher recoil but higher damage at the same time, and it uses heavy ammo. I think the heavy ammo is very easier to find than the light ammo. And finally, what I scared the most, the Spitfire, it came back on the ground. Now I really don't understand why the hell this broken LMG is coming back on the ground. Yes, they nerfed it, but I didn't feel anything about it. It's still that scary LMG that you could run away from it. And I think that was the whole point that they put it on the care package, because it was broken and it was so OP, but now it's coming back. So if you feel you're losing like before, back in season 10 and 11, you can use the Spitfire like everybody else does. That's it, guys, all I have for this video. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoy it, and if you did, keep the thumbs up, and if you have any different opinion, let me know in the comment.